Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. We are taking the LR EZA PHY BARDOCK into ESBR. We're back on Super, no, we're not back because we were on Extreme before, but we're in Super ESBR because there's no other ESBR category missions or category stages currently out that we can test them out on. Unfortunately, if Dokkan, if you can kind of speed up your process with that, that would actually be great. But as of right now, we don't really have much else placed we can take him. So we're in super class right now, seeing what he can do. As always, guys, if you could drop a like on the video and subscribe if you are new, all your support is very much appreciated. I'm still going to be doing the EZA AGL transforming Goku. I can't believe I completely forgot about him. That is actually my bad. I completely forgot we hadn't even taken him into ESBR to see what he could do. There's third form Frieza, who he's not really suited for ESBR, but I don't think he'll be too bad. The fact you have to build him up is a little bit of it's a risk in ESBR. You don't really want units you have to build up, but he does have built-in additionals, so it does make that building up process a lot quicker. So I do still want to see how he does, even though he, as I said, isn't suited for ESBR. Watch this, please. Thank you. Big UI Goku coming up big there. We need to get you on rotation with your LR UI counterpart. We still got a thingy active, so we're just gonna leave LR AGL UI Goku up top, get super attack off with you, and of course we're gonna get a super attack off with you as well. We'll attack you. I always forget his name, the kind of alien looking one. I mean, they're all aliens, but you know what I mean. It actually looks like a Martian. Yeah, we're going to be running Bardock on rotation with the LR in SSJ Goku, because, I mean, we don't really have much. I mean, it would be perfect if we could run him with Team Bardock. But you're not really going to be taking, I said this before when we done the showcase, you're not really going to be taking Team Bardock everywhere just to get all those links off, because that's far too risky. Maybe if they're an EZA, but unfortunately not yet. Maybe in the next worldwide celebration, Team Bardock will get a full EZA just like the Ginyu Force, and then they'll probably be insane, and then we could run them with LR Bardock. But as for now, we're going to have to make do with running him with a little father and son setup we've got going on with his SSJ son. So yeah, that could be a bit of fun. Right now, of course, we do have his part of the passive off where he does get Q plus 12 and attack plus 100% because there is a Frieza enemy, which is nice. He does have 299k attacks and 140, is it 146, 145, 145k defense. Don't forget, on Ult Super Attack, he also raises defense for 1 turn by 30% on top of his passive of attack and defense plus 100%. And he's also got the extra 20% attack at the start of each turn, up to 59%. And then the Q plus 4 and additional defense plus 70% when facing 2 or more enemies. So I'm going to let Gohan tank here, do what he does best. I know it's not really much of a test, but I'm going to let Bardock, I'm going to leave, it would have been more of a test to put him up front, but I also don't want to risk dying, like I don't want to be stupid. Bardock's going to be getting attacked by a type disadvantaged unit, but we have no item active. So at least we can we can kind of prematurely gauge what type of damage he's tanking with all of that defense after he super attacks. It probably will be not a lot, like in terms of how much damage we're taking, but so at least we can kind of prematurely gauge where we're sitting at for damage. Frieza's easily dead here. Yeah, 3.8 million crit as well. I mean, it's double digits, so I mean, you're probably looking at, type disadvantage, you're probably looking at anywhere over 10-20k minimum, I reckon, but nowhere near like 60 to 100k, maybe 60k max. If it's a type neutral unit, I reckon you're probably looking at like 10k and under on a basic after he super attacked, no item. I think that would probably apply with the more enemies. I think less enemies he'll probably take a little bit more, obviously, because I'm pretty sure they do more damage. But I reckon that's probably where we're sitting. Which actually, to be fair, isn't too bad. I'm probably completely wrong, but if I am kind of close in estimation, it's not bad. It's not bad at all in terms of how much damage he tanks there. Which is why I really wanted to try him in ESBR a hell of a lot, because of course he just kind of, his passive is suited for just you know, where do you need me type thing. It's like actual football, and I don't mean football as an American football. I mean football. Like, I mean, to be fair, you can probably apply the same thing to American football. You kind of have one of those players where, or even basketball maybe as well. I don't know. I'm going off football that I watch. You know what Americans call soccer. Yeah, it's kind of one of those players where you sit there and go, well, where do you need me? You know, do you need me in midfield? Do you need me to play out wide for you? Further forward? That's kind of Bardock's passive to me. It's like one of them players like, where do you need me, coach? Put me where you need me and I'll perform. Do you know what I mean? Probably not the best analogy, but you know what I was going for. Again, I kind of want to see how much damage he's taking here, but if I get supered, it could be lights. It could be lights. I do get to attack first, or super first, which is great. But if I get supered by like Kaba, it could be lights. It really could. And I also have to worry about SSJ Goku as well. I know I don't really need to use this right now because we have a lot of health. But this just raises our defense. We don't have no damage reduction, so we can kind of sort of gauge where he's at in terms of how much damage he's tanking. Because we only get extra defense rather than full-on damage reduction on top of the defense we already have. So Hit's either dead or almost dead here. Half health left and he's sealed. Of course, Hit does no damage here at all. Maybe we had too much defense there to tell. Like, I don't know why. I really want to see how much damage this guy takes, like, with a type neutral unit. Like, but the only thing is, if only I knew, like, I just know that he's not going to be super attacked. But the best way to probably test that is if I was facing two enemies, there's one left, I have full health, just hit me, and then I probably won't die. But maybe even so, maybe he's tanking that well after ultra super attacking that maybe he's only taken like a couple thousand damage without the EZA active. To be fair, maybe that is the case because Gohan just got hit there for 104k with an EZA active. He's an absolute brick wall. So maybe Bardock's actually just really good at tanking and I'm just kind of underestimating his passive. Is EZA 2 turns? I always forget. Yeah, it's 2 turns, so we're kind of fine here. As long as both UI Gokus kind of do what they're here for, which is to just dodge, then we're good. We are very, very good. Hit can't super, which is good, because it means Gohan and Goten at the end, they're probably going to take a little bit of a chunk in terms of on the base. But for the most part, they'll be okay. And hopefully if we get supered prior, hopefully both UI Gokus do what they're here for, as I said, and dodge. Still easily one of the best units in the game. I say one of the best. He probably still is the best unit in Dokkan, even on JP. Such a good unit. It's this man's I'm worried about. LRAGL UI Goku, I'm more surprised when he doesn't dodge compared to when he actually dodges. In this one, he's not as reliable. Yes, but you dodge Frost, the one that had type advantage against you. Top Geese. Additional from my Gohan and Goten. So I mean, okay, so do you know what? Maybe Bardock actually tanks a hell of a lot better than I first thought, because we had the EZA still active. Gohan and Goten still took 100k on a basic after super attacking, which I don't think really matters on their passive. It's actually been a while since I've used them. But they took 100k on a basic against Hit with type disadvantage. So maybe Bardock actually tanks a hell of a lot better than I originally thought he did. That actually generally just might be the case. We're going to get rid of you. Actually, to be fair, I think it might be sensible if we actually heal here now just to be safe. We'll go back to... Actually, I feel like we'll be gone. But both will probably be gone after being super attacked from both Bardock and SSJ Goku. Oh, definitely, because he even got an additional. father and son combination coming up big. I'm not gonna lie, I've got my windows open right now. It started raining. It's actually kind of peaceful. I'm not gonna lie, you probably can't hear it because of editing, or you might be able to just hear it when I'm talking. When sounds can get through a bit more when I'm talking, and you can hear it in the back. It's actually kind of peaceful. I was thinking in my head, I better go shut my window just in case you can hear it, but it's actually quite peaceful. I quite like it. If you pick it up in the video, like, it's very peaceful. Dokkan and chill, literally. Literally, it's very peaceful. It's calmed down now, but it's very peaceful still. Now there's only Frost left, and you're gonna get absolutely mollied. Not that mollied. Molly-whopped. We don't do those things around here. I ain't no hero of justice or anything else like that. But anyone who tries to hurt my friends, you tell him, Goku. I punch him square in his jaw. Cool, and who's the final enemies? I'm pretty sure it's Rose, isn't it? He has Rose and Zamasu. I always forget their typing. Isn't it? Start off with... I'm gonna go Ghost Lasher because we have quite a few items left. You know, we've got to the end, we don't really want to die here. We're gonna clap your cheeks with that type advantage we now have. We'll keep attacking you, and then we'll attack Rose with Gohan and Go 10. 4.3 million attacks. His damage output is actually, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's so stupid how much of a, like, how high his attack stat is. But Bardock, I know he'd be good for ESBR, but I didn't think he'd be this good. He's actually really good for this. I know mine's rainbowed, granted, but I think even with, like, potentially no dupes, maybe one, he's still going to be absolutely amazing. I think in any event you need him for, he's literally, as I said, he's like a football player. Where do you need me to play? And he'll do a job. Because, you know, he gets the extra defense and extra key +4 when facing 2 or more enemies, which is why I was really intrigued to bring him into ESBR, because that's very specific, and you're mainly going to be having that when you're doing certain Dokkan events, which isn't difficult really, so that doesn't really matter. But more so when you're doing SBR and ESBR, which, by the way, again, as always, do let me know if you want me to do or to take units when we're, like, putting them through the... That's what I'm calling it now. When we put units through the ringer, do let me know. Do you want me to take them into SBR as well as ESBR to see how they do? Or do you kind of have the similar opinion to me, which is, it doesn't kind of matter, because if they can work well in ESBR, or if they can handle ESBR and manage it, then is there really much point into taking them into SBR, considering SBR is an easier version of ESBR? Do let me know if you still want to see me take them into SBR as well. Like I said, it just off the top of my head, it's kind of like, it's just an easier version of ESBR. So is there really any point? But if you do want to see me take a unit in there as well, do let me know and I'll do that. If not, then we'll just carry on the way we're already doing things. Finally managed to spit it out. Goku, why are you not dodging? This is what I mean. I get more surprised when he isn't dodging compared to when he is. Anyone would think his dodges are guaranteed. Even this one's not dodging. Hope we don't get super here, because things could go easily wrong right now. Additional from SJ4 Goku, this friend one's actually rainbowed. I actually forgot to say we're on a Goku's family team. I think that was quite obvious, hence why we've got SJ4 Goku here and Gobros as the leader. But yeah, Bardock he's definitely a very good versatile unit that is capable, and I think in any event you need him. More so the harder ones. I don't know about God event. I still haven't gone back to that, which is probably quite bad of me. I don't know about handling that. Maybe he could. I mean, as I said, I haven't really gone back to it, so I don't really have much experience to kind of talk on if he'll be good in there. But maybe he would be okay in there. Maybe he wouldn't work the best. I know SSJ Goku works okay in the God event. He isn't the greatest in there, so I reckon Bardock would probably have a tough time in there. You know, your ESBR and your legendary Goku event, he should be really good in. He should work really well in. Let's not forget as well, if you're not getting ultra super attacks off as well, which we haven't encountered that problem here because he's getting extra P+4 on when facing 2 or more enemies. Don't forget, on super attack he does raise attack and defense. He raises both, which obviously can be useful in its own right. Yeah, I reckon he's capable on majority of the hard events. As I said, the only one he'll probably have a hard time on is probably the God event, for what I know about it. Like, I'm still very new to it, because I said I've literally only attempted it once, which was my first initial reaction, and I've never really gone back, and I don't really watch too many Dokkan vids myself, especially on the God event, to be like, oh yeah, this is probably your best strategy, this is that, you know, use these guys. I don't even know what teams are optimal in that event. That's how little I've kind of paid attention to it, which is actually probably my bad. I should need to definitely give it another go. That's when you know a unit is truly good, if they can handle the God event. But yeah, in terms of, as I said, ESBR and Legendary Goku event, oh, EZA PHY BARDOCK. As I said, I think he's versatile enough to handle all of them. He's a very, very good unit. Not to mention his damage output is just that good that he just does ridiculous damage in the first place. He can seal, which is good for SBR and ESBR. His defense isn't too bad after he's super attacked and ultra super attacked. He gets an extra defense when you're in, like, facing 2 or more enemies, which is mainly SBR and ESBR. And as I said, eventually when there's a Fighting Legend Freezer event coming about, having that, you know, that part of his passive, yes, it's once only, but along with, as I said, his Dokkan Fest transforming counterpart, the LR in SSJ Goku, and even Nail, but more so those 3 because you can fit them all on one team. When there is eventually a Fighting Legend Freezer event, he is going to have a field day along with them two. Them two. It's only once only, as I said, which is a bit of a shame, but for that one turn, he's going to decimate Frieza, pretty much. But yeah, his EZA is great. As I said, he looks like he's built for pretty much anything you need him for. But yeah, do let me know if you've used him in any of the harder events, ESBR, ESBR, Goku event, even God event. Do let me know what you think of him. I think this is a sick EZA. And yeah, it looks like he can handle most of the harder events in the game, but I don't know about the God event because we haven't gone back there. But I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.